So here's a question. We are back to school. Most of our parents fellow parents have put their children on the bus. A first half week has concluded, but let's take it a step further. Let's go back to when the parents went back to school. Let's try to recall your greatest moment, your funniest stories, and one of the coolest questions that I've always liked. What was your favorite lunch when you went to high school? Maybe even middle school. Dr. E is back from vacation. It is a Monday. And today, in addition to that, and why we're doing a very fun episode, is because today marks 9/11. And we want to say to everyone, we are not forgetting 9/11, but we want to put smiles on your faces. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to entertain you. Have faith, let it begin. Starts right now.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Ariel, can you say have faith?
Again.
Let it begin?
Again.
Say have faith.
Again.
Let it begin.
No.
No? Okay.
It's a boy.
Hi, Noah.
Noah!
Happy birthday, Noah!
Caitlin,
You did amazing.
you just put those notes in.
Noah.
Good morning. You listening to Have Faith Let Begin. And it starts right now. How is that, Daddy?
It was good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Have Faith Let It Begin, because today is going to be September 11th, 2023. And for those of you that remember that day, it is a day that we'll never forget. It is a somber day, but I want to shift gears a little bit and try to entertain all of you that are dealing with the memories and the backlash. And what better way to do it than to tag up with my tag team, my brother from another mother, back from his vacation, Dr. E. Welcome back, buddy.
Angel, I couldn't be happier being back here. We've had a very interesting 2 weeks between travel and, all sorts of technical difficulties, but I'm really glad. I hate missing a week, especially on your podcast, where congratulations are in order, Mr. 100,000.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's with the storms that have been going on here, I've been nervous lately to go live with you because I'm thinking, please just don't freeze up. We're going to have to do an episode on that. We had an episode that we were broadcasting, and all of a sudden we just froze up and we had to redo it over and over and over again. That was not fun. So, Dr. E, let's talk about, the elephant in the room. Your kids are grown.
Yep.
Can you recall when you put them on the bus? I guess the number one question for dads, since we're two dads here, what was it like for you? And the number one question, did you tear up?
I have to say it was a very, very, when you have multiple kids, of course, the first one is the one that really gets you. The second one sort of gets you. And the third one is like, all right, thank God, get the hell out of here. Go to kindergarten already. You're bothering me, So it's so sad, but if you happen to be the third kid, boy, I'll tell you, that's not a good thing. But so let me just talk about my first kid. So it was such a cute picture I have burned into my memory when Beth Ann, her first day of school. And I remember taking her to the, her mom told me to go to the mall and take her and find a backpack for her. And of course, like no backpack was good enough for my kid. So I went into the Gap and I found this really cool red backpack, and I didn't care that it was probably bigger than she was. It was like she had to have that backpack. And I remember the picture of her first day of school. She had a cute little haircut. She was all ready to go to school, and she had this red backpack on, and the picture of her with this huge, big red backpack, just sticks in my mind. And yeah, it was a sad experience. And then, when Tommy went into school, Tommy was a piece of work. So that was its own challenge. And then when the baby went in, it was like, all right, go. time to go. It's like walk to school. Do you know how to go? Okay, good. Go, go to school. And probably didn't even give her lunch or anything like that. But that was my personal experience. But I understand someone's firstborn just went for her first day of school.
I'll tell you, I gotta be honest, yes. I mean, obviously I'm only on my first. I think it was harder for me to drop Ariel off at pre-K than it was to drop her off. But the only added experience was the bus, and that was a little difficult. I literally wanted to follow the bus, but it is what it is. It's still hard. It's still a little hard and difficult because I know she's her journey's beginning. So what's really cool is, if for those that don't know, she's the second child of our immediate family to go to the same school from the beginning, just like I did. My brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters never started in this particular school. They started later. I started from kindergarten, and she's now going to the same school that I went to. So that's pretty poetic, so to speak. So let's dive into a little remember when. I was a baby. I was a mama's boy, so I always went home for lunch. So I really very rarely ate inside school. But when I did, loved my Fridays because of the free ice cream.
Yep.
And I gotta say, out of all the food that I've ever eaten, my favorite had to be tacos.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Tacos and rice.
You had tacos at school you're talking about?
Yeah, tacos and rice.
Okay. And wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I think that I had a couple of well, I'm a foodie, right? So some of the things that stick to my mind is that when my parents would stick me in sort of, it wasn't even kindergarten, it was nursery school. And they had the nuns, and they would put us, so they had a bunch of these I guess they had these mattresses on the floor for nap time. And I just remember having rice with tomato sauce.
Nice.
That was like the coolest thing on earth. Like, I couldn't wait for that day. And then in high school, I don't know if you remember the Little Debbie's oatmeal cookie that had the cream in the middle. So there was oatmeal cookie, and then white cream, and then another oatmeal cookie.
Yes.
Oh my God. That was like the greatest thing that ever was. And then Fridays, they used to have my favorite pizzeria in high school would deliver like 700 pizzas to us.
Wow.
And then if you wanted to order ahead or something, you would order your however many slices you wanted. So those were the highlights. The sad news is that as an adult now, believe it or not, my mother made the greatest lunches in the entire world, because Italians, they know how to do things. Probably the Spanish the same, Angel. But I had these lunches that if I, now that my mother's gone 10 years, I would say, God, if I would give my arm to have one of her meatloaf sandwiches or one of her homemade sandwiches. And it's almost as if I had these special, designer sandwiches, these gourmet sandwiches, these incredibly artistic lunches. And you would look at the American kids next to you, the ones that weren't immigrants, and you would trade that sandwich for like a Wonder Bread, one slice of bologna, one slice of Kraft cheese. You would trade your freaking $800, lunch for that, because, you wanted to be like everybody else. And now you're so sad about that. So those are some of the memories I have of being a kid in first day of school.
You know what's interesting, and that's so funny you brought that up, because we're looking at the actual cafeteria menu, and I'm looking at it with my wife, and my wife and I looking at it, and she says, I miss grilled cheese and tomato soup. They used to make that for her. And in high school for us, it was either a grab and go pre-made sandwich and a bag of chips, or you could do the hot lunch. And and what's interesting is just thinking about all of that, just bringing back all those memories. You remember the certain people that would eat with you that have their home lunch. My mom would take thermoses, that would stuff hot food, and by the time I opened it, you could still get the steam.
Oh yeah, man.
Right. And they're like, where did you cook that? I'm like, well, my mom gave it to us. But there was always that one kid. I don't know about you, and God forgive me, I don't want to sound like I'm bullying, but there's always that one kid that would have a tuna fish sandwich, but not with Hellman's mayonnaise, with Miracle Whip, and you could smell it. and you'd say, "What is that?"
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
I remember that. I'm like, "What are you eating, man?"
Yeah, but I think though that we were probably the kids though that people would make fun of, right? Because like
Oh.
we would have these weird, like if my uncle like shot a deer, I'd have this venison sandwich, or if or as I said, meatloaf, or leftover, the thermos with the whatever the.
Oh no! No! Did I lose you? No! All right, so let me jump in real quick. This is on post-production. At that very moment, we lost the feed because there was a lot of thunderstorms going on. So here now is the conclusion as we came back online for part 2. Sorry about that, guys. Technology's crazy.
If my uncle shot a deer, I'd come to work with, go to school with a venison sandwich. Or I remember having a beer burger, a bear burger once, or whatever. And I thought that I was like the outcast. I was made to feel like the outcast.
If I opened it up, the teachers would be coming over. What is that smell? So
Yeah,
trust
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
it was the opposite. So I think
Good.
the best way we can end today's episode is like this. We have fond memories of the past. We have memories of the present, and we're working on what the future is going to hold, right? So we're going to end this early because we're having storms and we already started having glitches. But I want to leave off with a prayer. And the prayer is this: we are starting a school year. We want this school year to be safe. We want faculty, administration. We want every single person that is going to school, from a child all the way to an adult that's going back to college. Allow these people to go there and learn and feel safe. Allow them to have the armor of God around these schools, around these colleges, so that and of course work environments, hospitals, you name it. But right now we're focusing on the schools. We don't want any more of these nasty stories. So we're asking God today to please keep everything strong and allow anybody that has any idea of any ill will, that when they start to even think about it, they know they will not get through that armor. And we pray that unto you in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. God bless you, everyone. Dr. E, you get the final word.
I want to just tell everybody out there, God bless you on September 11th. I think everyone has lost a loved one, either personally known or known through someone else. And to our amazing firemen, amazing policemen and transit workers and everybody, all the business people who lost their life that day. If you have any connection to them, or even if you don't, just being an American, I really am with you in spirit, and really wishing everyone a really blessed September 11th. And Angel, thank you for uplifting us and taking our minds off of that terrible, terrible day.
Absolutely. And today, around 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Have Faith, Let It Begin will launch a special tribute in honor of everyone with a poem that will go on later. But I wanted to start your day off with some smiles, entertaining you with Dr. E. Who better than a tag team one-on-one who likes to, try to do everything in our power to make you happy and enjoy the rest of your morning. May God bless you. May he be with you. May he shine his light upon you and grant each and every single one of you peace on earth. And never forget,
have faith, let it begin, baby.
Take care.
Thank you for listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin. We'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. We're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.
Thank you for listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin. We'll be back tomorrow.